Okay, you start Sketchup 2014. Select the correct template. You need to shift down to working millimeters instead of inches. Then you start using Sketchup. Okay, then you go to View. Right under View, under the toolbar, you will need to have all this. Large tool set, getting started, styles and views. Alright, views is this one, style is this one, large tool set is on the left hand side. Right, for the base of the nutcracker, is use the rectangle tool, 120, 60. Enter. You zoom extend to zoom in. Then you push and pull to push up 15 mm. Right, just type in straight away and enter. Then you use tape measure tool. Click on it, go to the center. Then from the edge, go down to the center. When you reach the center, you changes to blue color. Then you use circle tool. Go to the center. You're asking for radius, so radius is 10 mm. Enter, you get the circle there. Push it down by half the thickness. How to get half? You move to the end here, is all the way through. Okay, but we don't want it to go through, so what we do, we move to the center. You see the midpoint there? Release. Then coming back. Right, how to get the orbit tool? This is orbit tool. What you do is you push the center mouse roller down to get the orbit tool, or you can just click on the orbit tool itself, right, and rotate the object. Then what you do, you file save as. Right, you might want to create a folder in D drive. Right, a new folder called Nutcracker. Right, and then we name it as base. And then we just save. Then we have a new one again. We have a new drawing. Same thing, we am going to draw the support. How big is the support? 30, 15. Then enter. Not visible. What we do, we use the zoom extend again. Then push and pull up by 60 mm. Enter. Right, that's how it looks like. Then same thing, we save as support for the nutcracker. Support. And then we save. Then we create a new one for the top. Same thing, rectangle tool again. Now this time around is 120, 30. Then enter. Zoom extend. Then we use a push and pull to move up by 15. Now remember, we need to cut a hole in the center for the screw. So what we do, we mark out the center again using the tape measure tool. Right, then use the circle. This time round is 3 mm radius, and then we push it down all the way, or rather it's not 3 mm, it's 3.5. 3. Right, to undo it, we control Z. Right, do again. This one is 3.5, so that is slightly bigger than the screw that we are going to screw in. Then we shift down. Right, looking at the bottom. Looking at the bottom again. Right, we'll use a different tool this time to make a bigger hole. It's called offset 2. Right, offset by 3 mm. This to put in the nut. Right. Then we push in from bottom using the push and pull tool. Push up to half midpoint. As you can see, go to the midpoint. Okay, then we file save as top for the nutcracker. Alright, now we do a new file called nutcracker. Save as nutcracker. Nutcracker. Now we are going to use the import function. File import 3D model. Import. Right, and we select Sketchup file. Then we go to D drive. Nutcracker. Right, import the base. Open. Go to the origin. Zoom extend. Zoom out a bit. Use the pen tool to move it down. Then we import again. Import the support. Right. Place it now. You realize the support is not in the correct orientation, so we rotate it by 90 degrees. And then we will select the midpoint of the support. You see, midpoint in component. So just select and move to the middle of the base. Then we do a copy. How to do a copy? You look at the word toggle to copy, control to toggle copy, press control key, and you should see a plus sign on the 4 arrow just beside a plus sign. And when we click on the midpoint below, we pull out and we will move over to the other end in the midpoint, and we got the two support on the side by side. Then we import the top, open, place it just directly on top, and we have the nutcracker basic structure, and we save. Now what we do, we are going to go to the 3D warehouse to get the 7.5 mm. That should do the trick of putting it. That's nice. Okay, then we will select the board. Of course, we need to rotate it around. Then same thing, we select the center. We have a center guide down there, and we place it directly on top of the drawing in the center. Then we can move it up by 6. Right, and we have to put a nut together with a nut cracker. Of course, this is a bit too short. Right, we could actually, if we want to, we could actually use push and pull, if I'm not wrong. Push and pull to pull it down all the way to make the nut a bit longer, the bolt a bit not longer. And then we delete the downloaded bolt and nut. We also can delete all the guides, and we have our nutcracker fully assembled. Right, and to help us with the drawing, we go to parallel projection. Alright, this will be parallel projection, and view wise we can set it to an add scene manager, change the name to isometric drawing, and then there we have it. That'll be the isometric drawing. Right, wherever we go, we can just update. So that even if I move it over there, I could still come back to the isometric drawing. Then we will copy it. Okay. Skip. What we do, we are going to select the whole thing, move it along, copy the whole thing along the red axis by 500. Then we zoom into the second drawing. We are going to do the exploded view. How to do exploded view? Just pull up the nuts, push down the base along the blue axis. Same thing for the support, and of course there's still the nut hidden below. You pull it down further, then we zoom out, pen tool to make sure that all of them are in place correctly. Then we also use the label tool to label the different parts. Okay, we label again. And we can have it, okay, it's actually not 225 but 60 mm. Okay, and 6 by 60 mm. Right, and we have the exploder view. Using scene manager, we label it again, exploded view. Okay, we have exploded view. Then go back to the same object again. Then we select the whole thing. We do a copy again. Alright, this time around we move it down 1000. And then we do to the front view. Then we'll pen in. Right, for this case we will need to copy this whole object to the right, then also again copy, move it down. Then for this case I also need to make a component so that we can rotate it to the top view by 90 degrees, and of course the one on the right hand side will be a plan view. Same thing, we create component and then use the move function to rotate it 90 degrees, move it a bit closer, then we go to the front view again. As you can see, we have the preview drawing done nicely already. Okay, then putting in the key dimension, the height, the width, and the length and the width, or the key dimension. Okay, then of course we'll have to select the whole thing again this time round. Sorry, we'll add in the new scene, and the scene will be scene 3. Name is, sorry, I will open up the scene manager again. To have more detail, use the plus, then you change the name to isometric drawing. Okay, then we close it, and then we have it, Explorer view, isometric drawing, and oh sorry, that's a mistake. This should be the orthographic projection. Orthographic projection. First angle. Okay, there we have it, completed drawing. Then to export, S2D graphics, right, we can have the orthographic projection. In JPEG, and we go to Explorer view, same thing, file, export, 2D graphics, exploded view, and the isometric drawing, isometric drawing. Okay, and then export. Then what we can do, we can go to the file, the drive, Nutcracker, and we edit the image file with Paint. Very simple software. Remove the unnecessary part, save, close this one, same thing, open with Paint, put it together, or you can select the whole thing, move it a bit closer, close, save, and last one, same thing, and close save. So basically, if you were to open the Microsoft Word, you can key in the isometric drawing. You can have the exploded view. We can have the orthographic drawing projection. And of course the title is Nutcracker. Nutcracker. So just what we need to do is just to pull in the isometric view into here. Then exploded view, same thing. Put it into here. We may want to minimize the drawing so that we have more information within the page. And of course the orthographic projection of the artifact. Of course, if you want to, you can do the parts drawing. Whereby you do the individual parts, orthographic projection. And we can actually do that down here. What we can do, zoom out, copy it. One 300. Okay, let's say 500 instead. Then you can also copy the support also. Sorry, we can copy the support. Wait until along the red axis 1000. Then also this one, copy, move it by 1500. 150,000, 1,500,000. Then we go to the front view. And what we do, we copy it down, rotate it by 90 degrees. Then go to the front view. Of course, for this case, we will need the hidden line. As you can see, the circle line by the side cannot be seen clearly. What we can do is we can edit the component. Okay, for this case, I think I will not do it because it's going to be very complicated, too complicated for us, for a normal tech student that I'm preparing this material for. Okay, you can actually draw two straight lines to indicate the within the circle to indicate that there is a two parallel line by the side of the circle. Then what we can do, we can explode it. Then we make use of the dimension tool to indicate the thickness. Also indicate the diameter of the different parts. Okay, then of course this one I can also explode, then pull out the key dimension. Okay, then I can just whoops. Okay, when you do like you just add. So scene manager, this will be the top. Then to help us later on, just can just rename it as top. Okay, we'll move it up a bit so that it's clearer. Then update the scene, zoom into the support. In this case, we just need to pull it out. Then we rotate it by 90 degrees. Go to front view again. Explode it. But before that, we just want to make sure we have the label support. Then we explode this also. Then use the dimension tool. 15 mm, 30 mm, and 60. Now you realize it's a bit difficult to see the text. We can actually shift the position of the text to outside end, and for this one, text position of text start. And we can actually see quite clearly for the support. Move it to the corner. Add scene again. Then we label it as support, SUPPORT. Okay, then we go to the next part, which is the top. The base. So for this case, just need to copy and pull down. Rotate by 90 degrees, go to the front, explode it, label the top part, base, then use the dimension tool, pull out, see dimension, and we could actually label explode, then we could shift until then and go out, then oops, go to the front. Okay, for this case we can actually shift it out side. Okay, then we have the base, and we add the scene, change it to the base, BAS. Okay, we have all the necessary view. Same thing, export to the graphic base, and same thing, go to support, file, export to the graphics, support, SUPPORT. Then we go to the top, file, export to the graphics, top, TOP. And we have all the necessary part drawing already. So what we can do, same thing, support, open with paint, right, Control all, shift it a bit, then minimize it, save, top, with paint, save, and the last one, the base, paint, and we just shift it to minimize the drawing, and save, and we move it into Microsoft Word. First drawing, base, second drawing, support, which I don't think we need it to be so big, we have the top. Okay, let's move this part. Then be a enter. Okay. And there we go. We have all the different parts. The orthographic projection. Explore the view. Of course, you can add in the material list. Alright. There'll be another part. Alright. So with file, CLS, Nutcracker. This is in the D drive. Nutcracker. And we save. So much for the drawing. Right, and we come to the end.